Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. It has happened. The Curse of Naxxramas is here, a Hearthstone adventure, which is the single-player component and kind of mini-expansion. They're distinguishing expansions and adventures within Hearthstone as being two completely different things, and it's expected that later on in the lifespan of the game there will be a big card expansion, but Naxxramas contains 30 new cards, and they've split it up into 5 wings, very similar to World of Warcraft. I know a lot of you have stuck around since my WoW days, so you probably know Nax inside out at this point. And this is the first wing, the Arachnid Quarter. Now, we've got 3 things which we can do here. Normal mode, class challenges, and heroic. Gotta beat normal before we do any of this. So, in order to make this a little bit more interesting, we are going to attempt to do this with the deck of legends, because that is clearly the way to go. We're going to beat it with the 30 legendary deck, and we will start off against Anubra Khan. Skitter, summon a 3-1 Nerubian. Very unpleasant indeed. Can we beat it with the deck of legends? I guess we're about to find out. Would we have to tailor? We have a lot of gimmick decks here that we can choose from. We are going to attempt to beat it with legendary. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this. This would be, this is my first playthrough, so we'll see where it goes. Alright.
Welcome to my parlor.
Tickmaster Overspark, always nice to have. Harrison Jones, Malagos. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna toss those 2 there. Now, each of these bosses supposedly has unique powers. I'm looking forward to stealing some of them with Lorewalker Cho. That should work fairly well. Oh wow, it has new music.
Job's done.
Interesting. I'm very happy to hear new music. That is absolutely fantastic.
You've learned. Job's done.
Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. Let's see how much of the board we can mess up here. Okay, a Death Charger. Deal 3 damage to your hero as a death rattle. That's fairly unpleasant. That's a really strong 1-drop. Okay. Oh, coin. Thank you for the coin. Very much appreciated. It's always good. Death Lord. Alright, now this is actually a card that you can get within Nax. So that's pretty interesting. It's a 2/8. Your opponent puts a minion from their deck into the battlefield when it dies. Okay, so we need a good way of killing it. We don't really have a good way of killing it at the moment. So it's probably going to end up being Tinkmaster here. It's a bit of a roll of the dice, but we want to get rid of something that has a death rattle. So I think we're going to toss down the Tinkmaster. Nice! Could that have gone any better? Not really. Do I want to give him back the coin? No! So let's not do anything of the sort. Stone Skin Gargoyle, that's another one from the actual set itself. Some of the cards you're going to see here aren't actually part of the set. Like, this obviously is ludicrous, and they'd never put this in the game as something that you could use. And my Cho is now dead, which is sad. It was going to happen. Alright, so what do we got ourselves? We've got a King Mukla. We've got ourselves a Leroy Jenkins. I want to mess with this stuff. Yay, things to play with. Can it break it? Apparently not. Alright, do I want to drop a Mukla? Not the worst thing to ever happen. We'll probably want to get rid of the Death Charger, which will involve him then running the squirrel into that, but it leaves a 1/4 on the board, which is not that scary. Obviously, with the deck of legends, you want to just survive as long as possible, so we'll probably coin Hogger after this. So we'll go with the Mukla. There we go, and we'll take that out. So I'm going to end up taking... Oh, actually, he takes the damage. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, that's even better then. Mortal Coil coming out to finish that one off. Well, the AI's a little better. And now he's going to banana up. Alright. I'm a bit more impressed with the AI than I was initially, I've got to say. Well, that doesn't kill my Mukla. Unfortunately, that does heal, so this is actually really... Oh, it doesn't heal yet. It's at the start of the turn, so I can actually kill that off without too much of a problem. Okay, we're just going to coin Hogger here, I think. And then we can take that out before it heals itself. Sweet. And then we get the Taunt. That's what we like to see. Very good. So he's playing Warlock cards and minions for the most part. Interesting. And that is 1 dead squirrel, and I'm going to get a lot of these, too. Alright, well, I think he's in a lot of trouble now. What can I say? We're going to drop the beast on him. The explosion is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to hold off as a direct result for the time being, see if I maybe get a better answer to it. I don't think I will, but we're just going to hold off, allow a couple more taunts to go up. Oh, oh. Ouch. Alright. Okay, Shadow Bolt on that. So my beast hasn't died yet, but... this is going to end up giving him a creature. Anabar Weblord. This is actually quite nasty against this deck, for obvious reasons. Minions with Battlecry cost 2 more. So, I can't play my Onyxia, not that I could play it anyway, and I can't... Well, I can play my Leroy, but it would be very costly. Okay, so what's the best way of handling this? Well, this is going to survive with 1 health by the looks of it. We want to get rid of that, so... Yeah, this seems like the best way. I'm just hoping he doesn't have another Mortal Coil. And then we could just knock that out. And then we can go for the face for full. And what do I want to drop? Well, not a Baron Geddon would be the answer to that. Let's put the Storm Rage down. There we go. That makes sense. That gives us a little bit of taunt as well. Let's just hope he doesn't have any AoE. That is AoE! That is very much AoE! Ouch. Well, that is unpleasant and rather irritating, but never mind. Okay, so we would like rid of the Finkel if at all possible. It's going to be a bit difficult to do. I think actually at this point we just probably go for the face. Drop the Gruul, go for the face, do as much damage as possible. There we go. Yes. There we go. He's in a lot of trouble, folks. Another Locust Swarm, alright. Well, that's not too big a deal. That's very expensive. Wow, that's actually, a 7 mana drop, so that's all he can really do. Okay, well, I think we just drop Onyxia now and go for the throne. Actually, do we have lethal? Yeah, we have lethal. There we go. The Deck of Legends triumphs against the first boss. I do wonder whether or not it's possible to beat the heroic bosses with that, though.
Irrelevant. You'll never defeat the Grand Widow.
I do like the fact that they have taken a more lighthearted approach to this, I've got to say. Cool, 2 Haunted Creepers. So, Death Rattle summon 2 1/1 Spectral Spiders. I like that in a beast deck a lot. There's a huge amount of potential with that, especially when comboed with something like a Starving Buzzard. That's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. So, that's the first boss beaten with the Deck of Legends. Let's see if we can beat the next one. I'm sure we can. Grand Widow Fairlina. I remember her. Alright. Let's go murder her. This shouldn't be too much of a problem, I think. If the first boss is anything to go by, then the basic is fairly easy to beat. We'll see. You never know. Hopefully the last boss of the wing is a lot tougher, because that can unlock a legendary, I believe.
Grand Widow Fairlina! My acolytes serve me without question.
We'll see about that. A Mukla and a Thalnos. Really, really nice start. That works. We'll go with that. Interesting that the boss never actually uses hero power at any point. But he did have a lot of cards, so I guess he didn't really need to. Okay, what's her hero power? I don't know yet. Make your mind up, woman. You're gonna let me actually see it? There we go. Fire a missile for each card in your... You what? Okay, this is pretty bad for me because I usually have a fairly large hand. So this is going to suck, no doubt. Did she start with 0 mana? She appeared to, yeah. Interesting. Alright, that's intriguing. That and she's taking her sweet time as well for some reason. Don't know what's up with that. I think maybe it's just a latency problem. Undertaker. Okay, so that's a card that you will be able to get. It's basically a secret keeper for Death Rattles, which is probably going to be pretty effective with any of these bosses. Thankfully, it doesn't count my stuff. Blood Mage Thalnos is not a brilliant play, actually, against this. I might actually want to do the exact opposite. But, I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't want to give her the ability to do a lot of nasty Rain of Fire. Thalnos is not really going to help much anyway. Let's put it down. There we go. Looks like Hearthstone is maybe a little bit laggy at the moment. That's probably why this is taking so long. Everyone is diving on Naxxramas for obvious reasons. Is there more stuff I can mess with here? I wish you could use this board. For some reason you can't use this board in the main game. That's what they said anyway. It was only going to be for the adventure, which is kind of unfortunate. I wonder if they put the new music in. Alright, here it is. Ow, 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 my god, that is nasty. Alright, that is not good at all. I don't like that. Death Charger, we're just going to buff that up. It's going to have to be Mukla here, isn't it? Which is maybe not the best thing ever, but I've got to answer it some way. Well, she's a lot nastier than Anubra Khan, I've got to say. She was nastier in the main game, too. I remember facing her on Nax 40 a long time ago, and I wouldn't even say an expansion far, far away, because of course it was Tier 3 Naxxramas at the end of Vanilla WoW. Get on with it! Only Grand Widow Felina also BMs and slow rolls. Very unpleasant. Alright, thank you very much. Okay, King Mukla, there we go. Not a brilliant play, considering what he's got on the board, but not the worst thing either. Alright. Yeah, there's no way Death Charge is an actual legitimate card that you get, right? I mean, that's just silly, surely. Death Rattle, deal 3 damage to your hero, charge 2-3? No way. Absolutely not. I mean, think about the stats of a... Let's see, Wolf Rider, like 3-1 for 3. Here come the bananas. He's gonna get the buffs out. I'm just hoping he can't summon another Death Rattle. He can't. Okay, so we can trade out for that quite nicely. We should get a 2-for-1 out of it. Although, with Rain of Fire coming in, probably not. I don't have a play for next turn either. I'm taking a lot of damage, too. I'm gonna need my Tyrion on the board sooner rather than later. I'm getting rushed down by Grand Widow Felina here. This deck is a bit slow to start with, so not entirely surprising. Come on! Mush mush! Get your act together. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Tinkmaster. Risky. Potentially. But not terrible. It either... I mean, there's a chance that it turns the Mukla back into a full health 5-5. There's also a chance, of course, it turns that into a Devil Saw. You know... So, these latency problems are obviously a bit problematic. We're gonna take the risk. Tinkmaster, I believe in you. What are you gonna do? I probably shouldn't have believed in the Tinkmaster there, but... Never mind. It was worth it to try and get rid of the death... I don't know if it was, actually. If I turned that into a 5-5, that would have been worse. It would have got rid of his Death Rattle as well, so... It was a bit of a risk, hoping it would heal him back up into a 5-5 Devil Saw, I guess. That was probably a pretty stupid move. But the main threat is off the board for the time being. I still have 5 cards in my hand, so it's going to be Nuke City. That kills everything I've got there, doesn't it? Or is it random? It's random. Okay, so my 3-1 stays alive and I can just trade that in. But I am down to 13 HP, so I've got to stay alive a little longer. Come on. There's only so much messing around with this that I can do. Only so much messing. Alright, Elite Tauren Chieftain. Obvious answer here. Thank you. It's interesting to see just how dependent this game is on online play, even when playing the single player. It's a similar problem to what Diablo had when it first came out. Kind of sucks, actually. It's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so we have Ken or Illidan next turn, or Gelbin. What a choice. I'd play Ken in most circumstances, I think. If Illidan Storm Rage actually summoned a 2-1 Flame Vazanoth for every creature that was summoned, then obviously I'd play that and then that, but... Never mind. Can't believe I gave that to her. That's... unpleasant. She got the best one by far. But, I don't know, Iron Murloc will be nice for splitting up those Rain of Fire attacks, so they don't all hit me in the face. Do I want to Iron Murloc now, or do I want to... I think I just want to drop Ken. There we go. That seems reasonable. Alright. Well, I suppose we're just attacking the face then, and we'll probably eat Rain of Missiles next turn. Yes, this server lag is annoying, but not unexpected considering. That is the problem when you, unfortunately, commit too much to doing something online and don't have proper offline functionality. I guess it's gotta be online to check whether or not you legitimately beat it to add the cards to your collection and prevent cheating, but still. This is the obvious side effect of that, so beware. Beware. Alright. Rain of Fire, yes. So, that's that dead. I would have certainly preferred if my Ken had tanked a bit more of that. Wow, look at that synergy. Look at that. It's the weird anti-mill effect. Dancing Swords into Rain of Fire. I'm probably going to lose to Rain of Fire alone at this point. I think I have to do a major dump onto the board to make sure that they can't pull that on me. It's unpleasant. It punishes you for having a deck that's too slow. Do we drop Iron Murloc, or do we risk eating another one of those? Do we put Gelbin out, of all people? Probably not. I guess we just have to Iron Murloc at this point and put a large amount of targets on the board, although I have a feeling this is going to result in some sort of area of effect. So there's that, and then we'll just kill off the Dancing Swords. Thank you very much. Which is going to get us another card, which actually we don't want to do, but... Well, we have things like Deathwing, and we've got Tyrion, so I'll at least be able to protect myself a little bit. That draws me Alex, which is going to be very useful in 2 turns, assuming I live that long. There we go. Love this new music. It's very funky. Hopefully they keep putting new music in with all of these adventures. That's fantastic. Ooh, there's something glinting in there. What's going on with that? Let's poke it in the eye. Let's give it... Anything in there? Doesn't look like it. How disappointing. Well, at least it doesn't take too long to take her turns. There we go. So the Murlocs tank a little bit of that. In a rage, using it... Oh my. She wants me dead pretty bad. Battle Rage. She's using mostly warrior cards, which is interesting. There we go. Okay, well, obviously I think the next step is Tyrion. I hope to survive one more turn, then Alex myself. That's probably the way to go. Don't want to leave the Worshipper out. I almost feel like I do. Millhouse, let's not. Let's not take that risk. Yeah, I think we just leave that out for the time being. With Tyrion up, it doesn't really matter if that's alive, as far as I can tell. She wants to run herself into a 6/6 and increase the damage she takes. That's entirely up to her. It's definitely a more challenging deck, just simply down to the hero power. It's unexpected. Like, normally having a lot of cards in your hand is good, but this deck punishes card advantage. If I was going to play it... I don't know, half of me says I'd play Zoo against this. Yeah, I'd definitely play Zoo against this, actually. Just, like, dump your entire hand onto the board as quickly as possible, and you'd probably destroy this deck pretty effectively. Because Rain of Fire would cease to be effective at that point. Alright, more Rain of Fire. Pop the Divine Shield, which is a little annoying. Takes me down to 4. That's fine. I have Alex next turn, so I can get back out of that. That's neat. Is she going to attack right into that? That's 6 damage. You want to do it? I don't think so. If she was going to attack into that, she should have done it before doing that, so it may be an AI issue, but I imagine the AI is going to be programmed not to run itself for 1 damage into a 6/5 taunt. Alright, cool. Alexstrasza time, so we get to live through all this nonsense. Dark Cultist, that is annoying to say the least, but there we go. Alexstrasza on the board, and I think we just go for a rushdown kill at this point. That puts me back up to 15, so I'm pretty safe. I just wonder what else she can put on the board. Probably not too much. What else did she do? Yeah, not much. Alright, so I have lethal next turn then. Is there anything she can pull out that will stop this from happening? I doubt it. Very interesting to see what cards that they actually put in for the bosses in particular, because of course a lot of these don't exist at all in the set, so you have no idea what's going to come out in the first time. There's a Rain of Fire. Hopefully Alexstrasza eats most of those. Maybe a few too many on Tyrion, but it's not really a big deal. Because that takes her down to 6, and, I mean, she's dead now. She just gave me the Ashbringer, so I think I'm going to be just fine. Yes. Thank you very much. No. None of your nonsense. Well, GG to you. Come on. Slow server. Sort of to be expected. Not a huge fan of the Naxx card back, I gotta say. Not really a big fan of that one. Apparently the heroic one is very, very good. There we go. The deck of legends triumphs once again. Very, very slowly. Come on! Up it! Nope. Naxxramas was never late. She arrives precisely when she means to.
Fearlina means nothing. The Spider Queen will dispatch you easily.
Spiders, spiders, spiders. Yes. Then Rubber Weblord, the 1/4 with the battle cry debuff, which is a very interesting situational card that could be used to mess up the meta in a big way. Alright then. So, as you can see, the rest of these do not unlock until later, but we have...
My Exna, he's a giant spider.
Yeah, of course it did. They have turned Kel'Thuzad into a little bit of a joker, haven't they? Alright. What's her thing? Web Wrap. Costs 3 mana. Return a random enemy minion to your opponent's... That is gonna shut me down really badly. I usually can only play 1 minion a turn. This is actually gonna be awful. Wow. Alright, well, I said I'd try to beat it. I will try to beat it. That is gonna destroy me. Potentially. Mostly, yeah. Oh my god. Skittering, okay. Well, it's random, right? So if I were to throw down a lot of these guys, that might help a little bit. Okay, well... Want to keep the Murkai? Yeah. Keep the Murkai. That's playable, at least. Alright, well... We will try. Oh, did I ask for you? No. Not at all. Alright, well, draws seem to be working well now, at least. Haunted Creeper! Alright, so spiders, spiders, and spiders is what we expect out of this. Throw down one of those, there we go. Which is not amazing, but... Oh dear, more spiders. I don't know if we actually want to be feeding... Ooh, a Millhouse. There is a great risk. Let's see what the AI thinks about Millhouse Mana Storm. Please have no really powerful spells. This could be bad. Oh, Emperor Cobra. Okay, No, I'm not getting away with it. Oh my god, this was a terrible idea. Note to Note to self. Don't do that. That was a poor choice. Oh my, oh my. Alright, okay. Well, that's a lot of little spiders. I guess if I can survive, then Baron Geddon's gonna be a good way of clearing all this stuff out. Do I want to give him more I guess I actually do, don't I? Maybe we can fill the board with 1/1s. There's the web wrap. Alright, that's cool. No, seriously, that's fine. I get to charge him again with full health. That's perfect. This doesn't actually do much damage anyway, so... And your board's now full, so if I kill your Haunted Creeper, you're only gonna get 1 of them. Next level meta, right here, that my Exna clearly does not understand. Look at the value! Look at the value. And now I just need to survive 2 turns and blow you up. Oh no! My minion is full health and charging again. Reincarnate on the web spinner? For a random beast? Okay. Which brings out another web spinner. Okay, so I'm still taking a bit of damage here, so I need to survive another turn. I do have my Hogger. My Hogger will die, but it's okay. He can be a sacrificial lamb. A llama bot? I don't know, it might get web wrapped actually. Although there's also a chance that the Null gets web wrapped. Alright, I think I've got to do it. And then I can blow the whole board up with Baron Geddon. But I'm getting a bit low on health here. Alright. Oh, web wraps that back immediately. That's unfortunate. But, yeah. That's okay. That's actually perfect. That's a complete board wipe. So we can go with that. But it does put me down to 7 once this is played. So it's not the best thing of all time, I've got to admit. I did think that hero power would screw me over pretty badly, but... Oh. Apparently a random beast includes the beast, if you didn't already realize. But that's fine, because Baron Geddon can trade right into it, and then I get myself a 3/3, which is kind of great. And I can put up my Tyrion for protection. Yep, that is clearly the way to go. No doubt about that. And it also puts 3/3 on the board, so... I don't know, do I want to play the Ragnaros? I don't know what else my Exna has. That's the main problem. So I'm going to drop the Tyrion for safety, since I'm only on 7 HP. Web Wrap coming out. Ah! I was hoping it would hit the 3/3. Evidently not. More haunted creepers on the way. Lots of tiny little annoying spiders. Well, that's not great. I suppose Tyrion's coming out again. Well, I don't know. We could play Hogger again. Hogger Alarma Bot, actually, is not bad. I like that. That puts a few more minions on the board. There we go. And... yeah, we leave those alone, because the 1/2 should handle it fairly well. Well, the 2/2 taunt, anyway. There's the Web Wrap. Now, how much does this card cost? Apparently 2. Look at the value on that. 2 mana, 3/3, vanilla. That's the best value thing ever. Alright, well, we're still in a bit of trouble. That helps, I've got to admit. So that's pretty good. Okay, we need to drop some more stuff on the board here. I'm just trying to think of what exactly. Murkai's probably pretty good here to get rid of that. I like that. There we go. And we can maybe play our own beast, actually. Yeah, I like playing the beast here. Yeah. We still get the taunt. Not a brilliant taunt, but a taunt nonetheless. And I think, do we just go for the face? I think we do. Time is indeed up. Although, oh, if they buff those spiders, this is gonna suck. Maybe I should have killed some spiders. Alright, I guess we're about to find out. Will I live? Will I live? Web Wrap on the 2/2. Okay, it's fine. Sea Giant. Stampeding Kodo into nothing! Which, that's GG, right? Yep, GG. The deck of legends is even good enough to defeat my Exna. It can be done. There's the Murkai. Didn't expect that one, did you? But we have discovered that the Web Spinner can, in fact, give you a beast card. Literally.
This is not over, puny mortal.
Amusing. Alright, and that gets us an Arubian Egg as well. Do we get the legendary now? Or is there a final challenge that we have to beat? Well, let's find out. There we go. There's our Myexna, which is, in my opinion, pretty damn good. Look at that. 6/2/8, destroy any minion damage by this minion. So it's an incredible version of the Emperor Cobra, but it is still vulnerable to things like Stampeding Kodo, Cabal Shadow Priest, Shadow Word, Pain, and so on and so forth. Alright, and we got a Druid and Rogue challenge. I like this a lot because all of these Death Rattles is looking pretty good for the Druid deck here. Okay, let's do ourselves some class challenges then. So, for these, I believe we're stuck with a specific deck by the looks of it. So, yep, and Malfurion Storm Rage using a special Druid deck, and that gets us Poison Seeds if we beat it. Let's do it. Let us do it. Should be easy enough, I think. I just don't know what this deck actually contains. Haunted Creepers, okay. Innovate. I want to hold on to the Innovate, but get something we can use. Poison Seeds is not... Actually... Poison Seeds is potentially kind of good with that combo, but... I think we'll keep the Haunted Creeper, toss the Poison Seeds, which gets us the Power of the Wild. Okay, so that's not brilliant. Alright, we'll hold on to the Innovate for the time being and see if we can do something better with it. Defender of Argus, that's definitely not what we're looking for there. Well, at least Fairlina seems to have got things going. There's another Death Charger. So we know Fairlina's got Death Charger, that annoying Rain of Fire thing. I guess we play the Creeper here, don't we? Yeah, and then we could combo that with a Defender of Argus, maybe. Although she's likely going to nuke it, so maybe that won't help. She's gonna do nothing. You have this button! I guess she doesn't want to do it because the AI is programmed to be scared of Death Rattles. Huh. Intriguing. A Mark of Nature. Give that a nice big fat taunt. I guess. Hey, that's not actually that good though, is it? Taunt, Power of the Wild. No, No, I think we hold on to that and the Defender for once this thing actually splits up. We could, of course, attack, which would cause it to spawn 2/1/1s, and then we can innovate to drop a Defender of Argus, but that's still not great. Do I want to Marker Nature that thing? Why not? We don't really know what's in the deck, so it's a bit difficult to make these kind of calls. There we go. Admittedly, I'm about to eat a Rain of Fire now, aren't I? No, I'm not. Dark Cultist, okay. Alright, we've got a little bit of room to play with. That was our nice little Spider Mogashan. So we're getting things like Power of the Wild, Defender of Argus. Like, this appears to be like a token kind of math buff deck of some sort. I was trying to think exactly what I can do with it that works. I'd want to hold on to at least one of these. That's going to die next turn. Guaranteed. I want rid of this if possible. Which is totally possible. I think we just drop a 3/2 Panther. And then we get rid of this. That's going to spawn some spiders, and then we apply things like Defender of Argus, Power of the Wild to it. Okay, so this will die this turn, which is fine. We knew about that. Oh, Rain of Fire. This could actually clear my board. That could have been worse. Still not brilliant, but hey. Alright, now she's going to draw a couple. Okay, well, so much for the tokens. Get a Hogger for some reason. Do I want to innovate to cast the Hogger? Or do I want to hold on to the innovate? I guess we could innovate on the Hogger. Yeah, why not? And then we just run that into that, because then the 2/2 ends up killing it. Let's course the Rain of Fire hits. Oh, good, I'm tanking it. Excellent. That's what we like to see. That's going to be an annoying buff, isn't it? Up to the 1/7 there. Alright. It'll take a little bit to get rid of that. I am losing. Doubtlessly losing here. Oh, we got ourselves another Creeper. There's not a lot of draw in this deck either. Do we want to Power the Wild here? No, not really. Do we want to give Hogger a taunt? It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? It's definitely a weird way of doing it, but... Establish power on the board, damn it. There we go. Well, that should protect my face for a little while. It's also got a lot of the cards out of my hand. Oh, Abusive Sergeant. We're going into the 2/3. No, going into the Hogger. Rampage. For the buff. Okay, well, the Hogger's still alive. No, it's not anymore. Okay, she killed it, but that did do a lot of damage, so not the worst thing that ever happened. And she buffed my Knoll for no apparent reason. Hang on. I didn't just get lethal, did I? Did I? Maybe? Alright, so let's... so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Power of the Wild would be like 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15... Yeah, I'm like one off. I think we just go for it because I don't think she has a taunt, so I think we can just use Shapeshift at that point. So yeah, that works. Okay, so +4 on... I mean, anything, really. Oh yeah, actually, I think... Is it... I don't know. My mental arithmetic is a little rusty. I think that might be lethal. Yeah, it is. GG. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it. That worked reasonably well. I didn't even get to use Poison Seeds, which is a little disappointing, but Poison Seeds, for those who don't know, you cast it, it destroys all minions on the board, replaces them with 2/2 Treants, which is intriguing. Alright, Rogue Challenge. Okay. Give this a shot. Just nice... You'll need to build a custom deck to defeat the most difficult... I did. It probably wasn't the deck they were expecting. Alright, bring it on. Will I receive my first loss? Ooh, the Anabar Ambusher. Yes, that's one of the new ones. And I think we toss the Alex for obvious reasons. Do I want to keep the Tank Master? Probably, considering the amount of Death Rattle nonsense that's coming my way. Anabar Ambusher, return a random friendly minion to your hand. Potentially useful in combination with that. Alright, let's see what this deck has otherwise. Oh, we're getting a bit more lag. There we go. Ah, Defias. And I go first. That sucks. Oh well. It looks like we will be getting a little bit more latency here. Hopefully not too much. An Elven Archer. We're going to hold on to that. Considering things like web spinners and stuff like... Aha! I knew it! I knew there was something hiding in there. Sneaky little bastards. This comes off as well. Oh, you can pull it. Okay, that's neat. I like that. Someone had a lot of fun designing that. Like the Hearthstone equivalent of an executive toy. Coin into what? Haunted Creeper. Alright. We've certainly seen one of those before. Defias Ringleader is a decent enough answer to that. Ish. It's 2-2. Not brilliant, of course. You want a combo first. I mean, actually, I might just leave it a turn so I can do Elven Archer into Defias for more value. Mind Control Tech. Oh, that's going to be really good. Yeah, actually, I think we just hold on to that, because I just have this feeling my action is going to spam spiders next turn. And then it's possible that the Mind Control Tech might be great value.
Here we go.
Yeah. Little bit of annoying latency. It's weird how it just kind of pops up in bursts. It happened once on Fairlina, then never happened on my Exner, then did one class challenge, and now it's happening again. But, well, if you're watching this video, hopefully it's cleaned up by that point. We will see. Insufficient numbers of spiders on this board right here. Alright. Web spinner, okay. This will be a... And another web spinner. Oh, I'm so tempted to get that mind control, but Elven Archer Defias is the best play here. As that kills, we can kill 2 creatures with that, and then leave them with a 1/2. It's like, okay, you get a bunch of random beast cards, but it might be beasts that you can't even play because you don't have the mana. So I'm not too worried about a web spinner dying. Yeah, let's go with that. Anytime now. Thank you. Much appreciated. And the Defias Ringleader. Just... Stop playing Hearthstone! I want to play more than you do. Alright. That's a pretty good board. I don't know if she's got anything that deals well with AoE. We didn't see it the last time, but obviously she never needed it. Because I didn't have much on the board to begin with. I will be interested to see if it's possible to beat the heroic decks with the deck of legends. I feel probably not. I have a feeling that's not a thing that's going to happen. Anabar Ambusher, potentially pretty good here. I was hoping she'd summon another minion so I'd be able to mind control tech, but never mind. Yeah, an Anabar Ambusher would work. It's a 5/5. It's pretty good. The problem is it dies immediately to Emperor Cobra, and then it sends one of my minions back to my hand, which is not the worst thing to ever happen. It's like, I want to buffer really against Emperor Cobra here more so than anything else, so I'm thinking I probably just Defender of Argus. There we go. And force that to go into that. Then the 2 1/1s go through. We'll attack the face just in case she decides to flood, and then I can use Mind Control Tech. And I didn't attack with my Defias, because I am a moron. Great. Well, that's 3 damage I'll never get back. These single-player challenges are pretty fun, you gotta admit. I need to run the... You know, I'm tempted to actually run the Heroic with a deck that's designed to steal. Because all these really interesting spells, like Necrotic Poison... Ouch, that's actually gonna hurt a lot. Okay, well, please no trade. Please no trade. Mind Control Tech. How smart is my Exner? Apparently not very smart. No trade? Excellent, good. We can steal ourselves something. And I'm only losing slightly, so... I'd want to drop the Mind Control Tech before I drop the... Before I kill off the... Haunting Creeper, because I would rather have the Haunted Creeper rather than one of these 1/1s. Okay, MC Tech. Oh, that's a nice grab. Don't want a Youthful Brewmaster the 3/3? I'd probably want a Youthful Brewmaster the... I don't know, that's a tough call. I think we Brewmaster the 3/3. It's more likely that I can play it again. There we go.
Into the breach.
Not sure if that was the right call. Doing it with Argus may have made more sense, but Argus trades nicely with that and remains as a 2-2, so... She'll probably play another minion, so I guess I'll just trade the 1-1 for one of hers. If I want to do MC Tech again the turn afterwards. There we go. Now what? Will we see web wraps? I wouldn't say no to that. Like, web wrap one of these two, I'll be totally fine with that. Stone Skin Gargoyle, okay. And a River Crocolisk, I guess that was from the web spinner. Like, that doesn't seem like the kind of thing Naxxramas would have in her hand. I think she's going to trade now, so I can't use the MC Tech again. Yep. How infuriating. Oh well. I probably should have just played the Ambusher earlier, honestly. And, well, this is perfect. That kills off the Stone Skin Gargoyle and does minimum damage to the Emperor Cobra. This is going to be a great trade. And considering I got this damn thing for free, it's hard to argue with that. Mush mush. Thank you. Priestess of Elune. What? Hey, what? There we go. Nice little bit of Anubar Ambusher. And we could use that and then heal it with the Voodoo Doctor. That works pretty well. Get it back up and maybe we can drag it back into our hand at some point and use it again. And then kill off his Stone Skin Gargoyle. Cool. That leaves him with very limited options. Though you never know. Might get himself a lucky web wrap or something. Cool. Stone Skin Gargoyle is very much dead. Now what? Now what do you have? I do want this kind of stuff to go to late game so that I can see what these bosses actually have. If there's something very interesting that they can do. Alright. Shade of Nax and a web wrap onto the Voodoo Doctor, which I'm totally fine with. Because that actually gets rid of the only target that that thing trades well with, so I'm cool with that. We might want to clear and go for a Tinkmaster play if this Shade of Naxxramas is going to hang around for too long, but I think it's too slow. Like, it takes so long to actually get going and be good. And, of course, Taunt shuts it down quite well, so I don't really see the problem. Okay. Gnomish Inventor. And probably knives to kill off the River Croc. Yeah. Absolutely. And then the Voodoo Doctor to heal this guy up again. Gotta love it. He's really doing work today.
Here we go.
That's gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna heal that, and then we'll just attack the face for 7. Nothing wrong with any of that, is there? No, no, no. I like a Nobar Ambusher in my mill deck, just because it gives me another way of getting stuff back to my hand. That's pretty fun. It's a good creature, too. 5/5 for 4 is good, most of the time. It depends. You've got to be in control conditions, because this is a double-edged sword. It could mess you up really badly. If you have a way of killing the Anubar Ambusher, and maybe you have a strong taunt out and it gets pulled back to your hand, or it pulls your Ragnaros back or whatever, that's terrible. But early game, that's a good minion. And in certain weird decks that require you to use cards more than once, that's a brilliant minion. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, my Exna is in a lot of trouble. And I've got some power creatures in my hand now, so... What will my Exna break out? Web wrap on the 2/4. Sweet, more cards. Thank you. I appreciate that. This web wrap is actually proving to be a very effective way of losing horribly. Oh, no, Nubar Ambusher. Okay. Well, that's getting killed. In fact, this is actually, well, I don't know, I'll probably just wipe it off the board anyway. It just makes more sense. Take 3 damage, wipe it off the board, and the Anubar Ambusher doesn't do anything. Ooh, an Echoing Ooze. This is one of the new ones. Summon an exact copy of this minion at the end of the turn. We need a way of buffing that up, though, for it to be good, and we don't currently have one. Alright. So the obvious solution here is to knife that, use the 2-2 to kill a 5-5, attack him in the face for 7, and play the biggest, scariest minion I've got, right? Pretty much. Oh, we could play the Gnomish Inventor. Just to draw. 18 cards left. I don't want to play the Echoing Ooze, because again, I don't have any way of buffing it. It summons an exact copy of it, so really you got to throw as many buffs down on this thing as possible for it to be good. I think we just drop the Priestess and get more knives out, and then attack the face. There we go. Come on, this is like playing Magic the Gathering 2014. How bloody slow it is. Just... there you go. Don't play online games after a big patch. Not on day 1. It's a terrible idea. That's it. There we go. Alright, well... Naxxramas is... probably not dead next turn due to web wrap, but pretty close to being dead. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the class challenge is at this point. Because you'd think that the decks would be very much themed. And I'm not necessarily getting that. Which of the healing minions am I going to take back? Okay. Alright, my entire hand is back. The theme is weird, because the theme that they've given me here is like an advantage. Like, it basically everything has a battle cry. And it being sent back to my hand is a good thing. So why would I be upset? It's a weird theme for a class challenge. It's almost like just gifting you a card at that point. Throw down the Inventor, see what we get. Still can't make this ooze work. And my Naxxramas doesn't have any card draw by the looks of it, so...
Here we go.
Yep. Well. It is what it is. Maybe they just wanted to be extremely generous with their offerings. There we go. Alright then. Do you have any more options? Or is this just going to be a very, very slow death for my Naxxramas? Well, I can't really use the MC Tech anymore. I'm holding on to the Tink Master just in case she plays something scary. A Nobar Ambusher kind of counts. Yeah. That would be a decent way to answer a Nobar Ambusher, I think. But we'd need to clear the board first before that would even do anything, so... I think we just freeze it and control it for the time being. Seems like the way to go. Well, this is making the video significantly longer than it needed to be. SI7. Yeah, sure, why not? It's a way of getting rid of that so I don't have to touch it. I don't see a harm in that. I mean, that still kills that, so I'm not really too worried about how that goes. Seems totally fine. Or I can just kill off the ambusher. We just leave it. And then we just go for the face. Like, Naxxramas doesn't seem to have a way to heal herself, so... just overwhelming with... having a lot of minions on the board against Naxxramas' hero power is good anyway, so... I don't see why not. There we go. Come on. The lag is starting to get a little irritating, I've got to admit. And that is lethal next turn, most likely. And that'll be pretty much everything done other than the heroics, which we'll probably try in a different video. I'm tempted to try the heroics with a Steeler deck, so we're able to take weird cards from the bosses or something like that. Emperor Cobra. Web Wrap on the 5-4. Kind of annoying. And that is... Reincarnate. Okay. What? Well, that was truly next level, but that's GG anyway. I'm sorry, Naxxramas. I apologize. But you can give me my Nobar Ambusher now, thank you very much. I would appreciate that card. That is GG. Didn't even get to play the Echoing Ooze. Very disappointing. I think I'll play it just to see what noise it makes. There we go. It makes a noise like an ooze. Is anyone even surprised? But it has a unique effect. Look at that. It's an actual ooze. Very cool.
Give me a minute.
I like that. I don't really know what I expected, honestly. I was hoping you'd have some kind of witty quip. Evidently not going to be a thing. Max Snow uses lag. It's super effective. Well. GG. Ah, some fun stuff. Very, very easy. I expect the heroics will be a lot more difficult. But the class challenges and the normal challenges are not in any way hard. The point where I was able to beat them with the deck of legends, which is a terrible deck. So there you go. Cool. Alright, so that's the 2 class challenges down for week 1. And of course there'll be 2 more next week. I'm not sure how they plan on dividing these things up. It's still a bit annoying for obvious reasons, because if you happen to not play those classes, then you're going to be limited on the cards you get, but there you go. That is the regular Naxxramas content, and we might do another video attempting to challenge the heroic bosses. We'll see, but some fun cards, you know, a nice little construction nonetheless. Now I'm going to go mess around with the new cards that I've just got and think if there's any gimmicks that I can come up with. We might have to wait until a couple more weeks in to see what's available, but we will find out. My name's been TotalBiscuit, and there you go. The Curse of Naxxramas, the Spider Wing. I'll see you next time.